Red Flags of Narcissism. Hello and welcome to my channel. My name is Lisa, and in this video, I'm going to share some red flags that indicate you are more than likely dealing with a narcissist. Now, if this is your first visit to my channel, welcome. And to my returning subscribers, welcome back. If you haven't subscribed yet, please go ahead and like the video, hit that subscribe button, and click the notification bell so that way you'll be alerted each time I upload a new video. Now, I once thought of narcissists as people who were vain, who were constantly watching themselves in the mirror, sort of like Narcissus in Greek mythology, who fell into the river and drowned because he just couldn't stop staring at his own reflection. Boy, did I have a lot to learn. Now, there's certainly many narcissists who fit that above description, such as the grandiose narcissist, who are preoccupied with their own appearance. Their grandiosity makes these narcissists more easily recognizable. The ones harder to spot are the covert narcissists. These are the ones who project an image of themselves as kind, caring, loving. But behind closed doors, with those closest to them, they are entirely a different person. And this is the kind of narcissist I was married to. These narcissists love to play the victim in order to gain sympathy and attention from others, and most definitely in order to gain and attract new supply. These are the ones who mirror back to you exactly what they know you want to see. This is what they do in the beginning anyway. They seem to like everything you like. They share your values. They share your ideals. They have similar goals in life as you. They come across as your dream man or your dream woman. They seem to be everything you've ever wanted and more. That is, until their mask begins to slip. And I definitely remember the mask slipping, and I remember going online and Googling my husband's behavior, trying to figure out what was going on. And I came across traits of narcissism. I remembered his ex-girlfriend using that same term to describe him. And just so you know, the moment that you start Googling how to deal with your partner's behavior, that right there in and of itself is a red flag. So here's some more warning signs that you're probably dealing with a narcissist. Interrupting you and talking over you. Having an inflated sense of importance. Having many failed relationships that ended badly with a lot of drama and or long drawn-out legal battles. Telling you that their exes were all crazy, they were bipolar, and that they had been duped by them or lied to by them, or in some way they were deceived. Zero responsibility in the failure of any of their past relationships. They have a deep need for attention and admiration. They may have delusions of grandeur. They may claim to be special in some way. You may notice them criticizing and belittling others as though they are in some way better than others. They have an excessive need for praise and recognition. They have a huge sense of entitlement. They lack the ability to accept constructive criticism. They have an inability to truly listen to others. Nothing is ever their fault. They perceive any disagreement to their way of thinking as a threat, and this will typically cause them to become defensive and agitated. Their thinking is all in black or white. They see everything and everyone as either all good or all bad. They have an inability to be truly vulnerable, and although they can fake intimacy, there is never any true intimacy with a narcissist. They proclaim their love for you very early on in the relationship, often within days or weeks. And this is also known as love bombing. They have a history of moving quickly from relationship to relationship, and more often than not, they overlap relationships. They have standards of behavior for others that they themselves cannot or will not meet. And this stems from their belief that the rules for normal people simply do not apply to them. On their social media, you will notice they have a large number of friends, And their profile, more than likely, is going to tout a long list of their accomplishments. They like to brag. They can become very angry if they're questioned on their behavior. They will deflect blame for anything that goes wrong. And along those lines, blame shifting. So if you call them out for something that they did or they said, rather than address that, they're going to shift the blame onto you. They're going to say things like, well, what about what you did? What about what you said? Well, I wouldn't have done or said that if you hadn't have done or said what you did. Sound familiar? They take zero accountability for their harmful words or actions. They're easily bored and constantly seek out new friends and secondary sources of supply. They're going to expect total honesty and truth from you, but they will never give you the same. They may be overly jealous, possessive, and controlling. They're going to expect to be your number one priority at all times, even if you're sick, even if you've suffered the loss of a loved one, and even over your children. Their needs and wants are their priority, and in their mind, that should be your priority as well. Very often they're arrogant, and they may use vulgar language, even in public. They can be quite crass and harsh in what they say about others, and eventually they're going to be this way with you. They have lack of empathy, and this is the number one trait of all narcissists. They have no true empathy. Listen to how they talk about other people. Pay attention. One day, and I can promise you this, they will be saying those exact same things about you that you right now may be hearing them say about others. So if you think you're with a narcissist, just pay attention. Pay attention to what they say and how they say it. You might notice that they use a lot of first-person pronouns such as I, me, mine, rather than pronouns such as ours or we. Remember, for the narcissist, it's all about them all the time. And listen to how they talk about their past relationships and why these relationships ended. Every single time, they're going to be the victim, and in their eyes, their former partner is to blame 100% all the time. Try disagreeing with them on something, anything. It doesn't have to be major, and just watch their reaction. The narcissist sees you as an extension of themselves. Therefore, they expect you to agree with them and share their viewpoint on everything. If you recognize these traits in the person you're involved with, you're more than likely dealing with a narcissist. And narcissists don't change, ever. So tell me in the comments, how did you first recognize that the person in your life was a narcissist? What were some of the early signs that you noticed? And please, again, like, share, subscribe if you found this information helpful. Thank you so much for taking the time to watch, and may your day be blessed.